What's going on, everybody? My name is Daniel. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna be painting with my cheapest set of paint, which is the Mia Gouache set. These are the paints that I started using when I first started painting in gouache and when I really got into painting opposed to drawing. And we're gonna be painting on our Altessa sketchbook. And right now what I'm about to do is that I'm about to change the color of the page because I don't like working on a straight white background. And the reason I'm making this video today is because I want to compare them to my most expensive paints, which are these right here, which are the M-grams. And I made this Kylo Ren piece on my Twitch stream. If you haven't gone and seen it, make sure to go over there and give me a follow. It really helps out. And you can watch me make paintings like this live. But let's get to it because there's a lot to do and I'm really excited. I haven't used my gouache paints in a while, so I really am excited to dip back into them. So let's get started. All right. So hold on, I need to get a piece. Okay, everybody, so what I'm doing right now is that I'm just misting this. Just a few sprays. I'm making sure not to hit my other art piece. But at this point, I'm just gonna take my watercolors. And I made these three colors right here. Well, and what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna take them and just lay them down in random places, just to have something to look at, so I don't have to look at the bright white background. So I do this. I started doing this about a month and a half ago, and I really enjoy it because it gives me something better to look at than just a stark white background. And these colors, like this time I chose the colors that I wanted. Usually I just take the colors from my old painting that are left on my palette. This blue is too strong. Hold up. Let's see. Alright. Made like a little burnt sienna type color. And let me take this red right here. And just mix that in there real nice. Take some yellow. I'm gonna take some yellow directly from there. Just gonna everything mix up nice. So there you have it. That's my background right there. And now I'm gonna let, how this is a thin layer, it won't catch when I'm painting with my gouache paints. So now I'm gonna just let this dry, and then I'm gonna reset these so that I can have a flat sheet of paper, and then I'm gonna start painting on it. Okay guys, so far right here what I'm doing is that I am creating a little thumbnail so I can have a little guide to my sketch, and I believe that in the future you're gonna see a little square that I have that I cut out the center of, and that's just to see what I want to paint. And the reason I do that is just so that I could know where to start and where to end, because sometimes you don't get that and you try to paint everything you see, And when you're painting a still life, you really just want to paint what you find most interesting to you. So that's the reason that I do these little thumbnails. So right here I cut to my second thumbnail, and the first one was a little bit blurry, but you could even see right here that I don't go into that much detail when I am drawing my thumbnails. I use a ballpoint pen, so I don't tend to erase, and I just draw what I want to plan out and what I want to see and what I want the main focus to be. I wanted it to be like in the lower third, so I actually made the teddy bear and the jar of Jif peanut butter higher. But at this point, we are getting to my construction stage basically. Like, none of these lines are definite, and I'm not going to be focused on the sketch because everything is for change in the future. And real quick before we get to the next part, my camera died, so I actually have a little time jump, so you won't see how I started laying in the colors. I believe that happens right about now. And what I did basically was that I started with the background and worked my way up to the foreground. The reason that I did that is because it's easier to just start from the back and have everything layer on top of each other, and it's also easier to get everything in perspective. To make this still life, I had to put a couple of stuff underneath the box next to the teddy bear, and I elevated the jar of peanut butter so that it could be like the pointiest parts. I was using the rule of thirds right there. And then I try to use the nunchucks that I have in order to make it like arrows, so it could be pointed towards where I wanted the viewer's eye to go. And by the way, I did this in one sitting. I didn't come back to it later. I gave myself a 2-hour window because the sun was going down, and I wanted to actually just focus on abstract shapes and getting my colors down and sticking to them without having to make too many hard decisions. And it really worked out for me. And something else that really helped me when I was painting this was that I was not committed to anything. I was willing to change anything on the fly. Like, as you saw right there, I took a little rag and I just erased some of the nunchucks away because I didn't like how they were compositionally, and that helped me get further into painting. And here's what I was talking about earlier when I said that in the thumbnail stage I decided to make the horizon line a little bit higher. When I was making my heater, I decided to put it up a little bit higher because when I was painting it and it was mostly the teddy bear, you wouldn't be even able to tell that I had nunchucks there. But also something else that I had to say, it was that using these Hemi paints really showed me why I have to mix them up before I start using them again in the palette after they dry, because they were really granulated and the colors didn't want to mix into each other. It was kind of weird because the paint didn't want to act like normal gouache paints. But since then I fixed it. All I had to do was get a couple of toothpicks and add water to the Hemi paints, and when I added the water I just mixed them, and now they're like brand new, so that isn't an issue. I thought that my Hemi paints went bad for a while, but after that I did complete a live stream using my Hemi paints, and I was really happy with my results. But right here you can see that I'm getting to my foreground with the nunchucks, and honestly those were the hardest things to do because I had to put them in perspective from where I was viewing them, and like from an angle they just look like two sticks, so I had to really work the everybody. I hope you enjoyed watching the time lapse. This is the first still life that I've done in quite a while, and I really enjoyed it. I'm out of practice with it. As you can see, everything is not how I wanted to be, but I really did enjoy the process and I enjoyed the outcome. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you want to see more videos like this, maybe I could set up a still life station in my art studio and I can make more still lifes. But till next time, remember to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to stay posted to anything that I do, hit the notification bell. It'll tell you immediately when I upload. But if you want to see how I make stuff like this live, make sure to follow my Twitch page. It's twitch.tv/Big Danny. And I'm out. Thank you for watching. Peace.